TxStampin, Sharon. I've always said, if you're gonna make one card, make two. And that's what we're gonna do on today's video. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you're inspired. Let me know what you think. You can comment below the video. Those thumbs up always make me smile. If you currently don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I'd be honored to help you with your Stampin' Up supply needs. You can find out how to contact me, my store, my blog, all of that below the video. Just click the Read More button. If you haven't already signed up for my newsletter, you can do that as well down there. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I invite you to subscribe below and then hit that notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video or I go live on YouTube. Let's make some cards. I've always said, if you're gonna make one card, why not make two? Well, today we are making two cards and it is so easy to do. You're gonna love it. I chose to use Happiest of Birthdays because I always need birthday cards. And I'm using the stitched rectangle dies, and I chose these two to fit around my, my sentiment. And I'm gonna use Just Jade ink pad. I've already cut most of my supplies, but we're gonna be doing some of this together on the video. So I do have my stitched layers already done using scraps of Whisper White and scraps of Bumblebee. The For All Seasons Designer Series papers are two-sided, which is great. When you're picking your pattern for your Designer Series papers to use on this card, just be mindful of the direction. Okay, we want it to be this way. I have two pieces of Whisper White that measure 4 inches by 5 1/4, and they will go on the inside. I have a piece of Just Jade that measures 8 1/2 by 11, and we're going to score it. Now we're going to score at 4 1/4, which is how it would be if you were scoring a card. We use 4 1/4, 5 1/2. We're gonna turn it, and then we're gonna score at 5 1/2. Now we're gonna grab our paper trimmer to finish up. So I have my paper trimmer in, and as you know, it comes with a cutting blade and a scoring blade. I had to remove the scoring blade and put it in a safe place because my cardstock is going to take up the entire gutter of the paper trimmer. So we're gonna put this in, and I've never made one of these cards. I've seen them and I was like, oh, that looks complicated. Do you ever do that? You look at a card and you go, oh, that's even too hard. I'm not even gonna try. But I decided to try it because I love fun folds and I love teaching. So if I was afraid to try it, some of y'all might have been too. So I have my point of my cardstock in the gutter or in the groove, whatever you wanna call it, at the top and at the bottom. So you just want to make sure that both of them are in there. And it is a tight squeeze, guys. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of tight. Too bad our paper trimmer wasn't just a bit bigger. So I'm going to put it down. I'm going to put my arm down and I'm going to cut up and then I'm going to pull towards me. That way I don't mess up either one of those corners. So now we have this. So I have my Designer Series papers. Again, they measure 4 inches by 5 1/4. I have 2 of them. We're going to put one in the trimmer and we're going to cut from point to point. Again, placing it off the paper and then cutting. And then, so see how I have the paper? Then we're going to put this piece in the other way because we're making 2 cards and you'll see why. So I'm going to do my cards differently, okay? They're both gonna open just different ways. You can choose to do it however you want. And I don't think this is for a right-handed or a left-handed person. I think they just open different. They're just different fun folds. Okay, so we're gonna take our pieces and this one will go here. And then we're gonna flip this over. That'll go there. And then we're going to put this one here. And then this one will flip over and it will go there. Let's glue them down. So the trick is in turning that Designer Series paper when you're cutting it. Okay, so just to double check myself, And you have to watch your patterns, okay? Make sure that when you put it in the trimmer that it is going the right way. So this piece is gonna go here. So we're gonna add some adhesive. I do like using the liquid glue for this so I can wiggle it around just a little bit. Get it good and lined up. And again, this piece is going to go here. We're going to set those aside. Put our other card together, double checking which paper goes where. This right here. Now the designer series paper has many patterns, so you can choose to cut 2 different pieces of paper and make your cards totally different. I'm going to show you some other different cards, by the way, speaking of that. Okay, so we're going to set these aside and let them set up just a bit. We're going to use our great big happy birthday, wishing you a happy birthday, and our Just Jade ink. Really pressing down. It's a big stamp. I want to make sure that all that ink goes in. Imagine that. Ink on my fingers. Who knew? Wonder how that got there. I love my silicone mat. Although this one got caught in my trimmer. Whoops. So keep it away from the trimmer. That's not safe. It's not good for your silicone mat. I have about 4 of them though, so it's not the only one. So we're just gonna line this up in here. These are quick, easy birthday cards. And like I said, you can change up, you know, on one of my cards, I actually changed and did 2 different card bases for the layer. So you can do, you know, it's just the freedom of creating. And we're going to bring our bases back in, and on this one, see, we're just going to line it up like that. I loved how pulling in the Just Jade for my ink. I thought that would be pretty. So we only want adhesive on this part right here, right? So I'm going to hold my finger right there, and I only am going to put adhesive on this corner. And I'm not going to go all the way to the corner. I have found that the chance of getting some adhesive where I don't want it was pretty great. So I'm just going to add a little bit right there. And then we're just going to place this on. Like that. See? No adhesive. All right, now let's do it again. And look how our card is different. We're actually going to add it this time to the top panel, just for something different. Again, we're going to line this up. Want it on this corner. Not going all the way to the edge. Not going all the way to the edge. Giving me a little bit right here. Centering it right there. No glue on the back. We're going to add our Whisper White panels. Quick and easy cards. So much fun. So the other cards that I made, I used different patterns in the Designer Series paper pack, and they all look different. So I have 6 birthday cards. Okay, we're really going to give this a good crease. Help keep that down some more. I found that if I had a nice big layer, it helped keep it down. Of course, when it goes in the envelope, it will, it'll kind of stay pressed inside that envelope until your recipient receives it. All right, let's add some jewels because we need some bling. I used bling, I used different types of jewels on my other cards, but I wanted some sparkly. So I'm using the bigger of the rhinestone jewels. We're just going to add these like that. I should have timed myself. How long does this card take to make? Because it's pretty quick. And I made 2. So cute. Now let me show you my other designs. So for these 2, I did change my mat. Remember I told you about that. And I used the gold glitter enamel dots. And then for these 2, I don't know, which are my favorites? I don't know. I love this pattern, so maybe this is my favorite because I also use my favorite elegant faceted gems. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and this idea to make 2 cards at one time. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you've done this fold before because I had not. Like I said, I thought it was hard, but it's not. It's easy. Happy stamping, y'all.